Good morning and welcome to Kimmy's Real Adventures and Stuff. I'm Kimmy, and on this vlog, I'm going to continue to read from Dear Los Angeles, the city in Diaries and Letters, 1542 to 2018. Do you love LA like I love LA? And stay tuned. And future videos, I'm going to be showing you outside a lot more of the LA Hollywood area. I just need to get the motivation, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now with this, I'm picking up on January the 8th, 1827. I'm sure things were quite interesting back in those times. And if you're like me, even though I've lived here for 32 years, I still like to watch like Yul Hauser. You know, Yul Hauser had a really good show, and he passed away a few years back, I think it was. He had a really great show, and there's a lot of shows in general that is based on LA. They show you around, as well as other YouTubers that show you around LA, and I would like to do the same kind of thing. And like I was going to say, I've been here for 32 years, and I always like to watch these shows, and even, the touristy things. I like to get the tourist information, like, the books, the guides to other parts of the city, whatever, because in LA, we have a free local paper out here called the LA Weekly that I like to pick up on. I pick up on all the travel, the travel things for LA. That's basically for the tourists. But when I'm looking at all the magazines, the papers, watching the TV shows, even as a resident, you can find out about places you never knew were here. I have found out about so many places that I never knew were here. And why? Because I'm watching things like Yul Hauser, just, LA history, local information in general. But anyway, I'm babbling. I'm sorry. I just want to inform you of, there's a lot to do out here, a lot to see, a lot to do. Great weather. And I would encourage people to move out here if you don't like cold weather and this and that. But the only thing is, the high cost of living is outrageous. If you have a good job, I guess you can manage. But the biggest thing now is the drought. So if we get new people to California, it's putting a strain on our water resources. Otherwise, I would encourage a move to LA or California. Just we need to pray about getting some rain so we can keep up. Anyway, back to the story at hand. I keep mumbling on. Okay, January the 8th, 1827. Last night there was a great fandango or dance among the Spaniards. Oh, wait a second. I'm so sorry. I read January 8th in the last vlog. I haven't had enough coffee. Here I'm boosting the coffee. Encouraging more people drink more coffee. That's it. And it's good for you. First it's good for you, then it's bad for you. Everything in moderation. Okay, let's pick up at January 9th. Okay, January the 9th. Rode on a barrel. I goofed again. Rode on a burro, a donkey. Can we say donkey? Rode on a donkey for the first time. I liked it. That was January 9th, 1890. Rode on a donkey for the first time. I liked it. Entry, Charlotte Perkins Gilman. January 9th, 1917. I am still firmly convinced that to change Tarzan, even though the change made a better story of it, it would be okay. I cannot read today, I'm so sorry. January 9th, 1917, I am still firmly convinced that to change Tarzan, even though the change made a better story of it, would be to ruin it for the million or so people who have read the story. Entry by Edgar Rice Burroughs to his agent. Gee whiz. Okay, January 9th, 1957. So much emphasis was laid on foreign fate of our pictures that some of us left the meeting with the impression that was both erogenous and discouraging. The domestic results were either dismissed lightly or in some cases not even mentioned. It is all very well to make the point that musical pictures fare badly as a rule in foreign language countries. But the argument was pressed so far the other evening that I, for example, came away with the bewilderment impression that the King and I was a failure. Okay, all I heard was that Burma, Pakistan, and Rangoon didn't care for it. I'm sorry if I repeated that one line twice. That's on me, my bad. It looked like it was printed twice. That entry was Nunnally Johnson. On to January the 10th, 1847. And we started with January 9th, 1890. Okay, now we're January 10th, 1847. This book is, chronologically in order as far as months go, but years not so much. January the 10th, 1847. Crossing the plains, we encamped about 2 o'clock p.m. in the month of Kenyatta. I'm not sure what that means, through which we ascend over a difficult pass in a range of elevated hills between us and the plains of San Fernando or Cahuenga. Some 40 or 50 mounted Californians exhibited themselves on the summit of the pass during the afternoon. They are doubtless a portion of the same party that we met several days ago just below the San Buenaventura. A large number of cattle were collected in the plain and corralled to be driven along tomorrow for subsistence. Distance 10 miles. Entry Edwin Bryant. January 10th, 1888. The boy is growing and talks now remarkably well. He remarked the other day, when told to be careful or he would break his neck. I don't want to break my neck. I wouldn't break it for any amount of money. Mary had quite a sore throat, and the other night Ruth and I kept both babies all night. We had a circus. Had to take both in bed at the same time. The boy, the future General George S. Patton Jr., is fearful as a bedfellow. I had just as soon slept with a mule. Entry George Patton. Okay. January 10th, 1939. R.E. Gone with the Wind. Just a word about the beginning to suggest the romance of the Old South immediately. I would suggest borrowing from the trailers under the turning pages of the book. I'd like to see a 2 or 3 minute montage of the most beautiful pre-war shots imaginable and played over it. I'd like to hear Stephen Foster songs right off the bat. I'd like to see young men riding, Negroes singing, long shots of a barbecue, shots of Tara and the 12 Oaks, and carriages, and gardens, and happiness and gaiety. Entry F. Scott Fitzgerald to David Selznick. Okay, that was all January 10th. And I'm going to leave off at January 10th and pick up next time at January the 11th, 1847. I hope you enjoyed that, even my goof ups. I'm human, I goof up. So if you enjoyed that, hit that like button. I'm not getting enough like buttons. Maybe one here and there. Come on, people. I'm trying to bring good content. I'm trying. I'm a beginner. 4 months in. I'm a virgin. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share on your social media. I hope you have a very good day. Go out and conquer the world. Stay goofy. And see ya.